Imagine this, you just landed in Moscow, and your toddler that you adore so much is standing next to your suitcase. You're retrieving a stroller. You turn around and you see a man grabbing your son and slamming him into the floor, head first. He did not flinch. He did that like it's something he does all the time. Like it wasn't a big deal or anything. The victim, not even a 5-year-old. He was fleeing war right from Iran through Afghanistan to Russia with his family. They entered the country as refugees to seek asylum, hoping that they would be protected, but they were wrong. The man who committed this heinous act is, you guessed it, an Israeli citizen living in Russia. Yes, the same country flattening Gaza, bombing hospital and refugee camps. He grabbed the baby and threw him with all his strength because he's a man, a very strong man. He has to display his strength by attacking kids. According to reports, he was traveling with a woman. And get this, he has a daughter around his age, the kid he just tried to murder. The CCTV camera shows him scanning the area to see if everything's clear. To do what? To attack a kid, of course. The toddler was obviously unable to move. Everyone assumed that he was dead. His family rushed towards him and they were distraught. The mom was panicking and the father was shocked. I mean, we don't see this kind of stuff. This isn't normal. The kid was taken to a hospital. He suffered fractures, internal bleeding, and his spine was messed up. All of this happened inside an international airport, mind you. This whole thing is just so unbelievable. Attacking a kid to do what? To kill. It just doesn't make any sense. It's so out of this world for me. It's so alien. I mean, the concept of hurting a kid. You know what's gonna happen. This thing is going to get swept under the rug because the kid is Muslim. His family? Iranian. Yeah, the date was late June 2025 at an international airport in Moscow, Russia. The baby and his mother had just landed. She was busy collecting the stroller from staff. The child was a few steps away, next to their bags, but that still didn't stop this whole incident from happening. Out of nowhere, this demon picks up the kid and slams him headfirst onto the cold marble floor. No emotions, no hesitation. People screamed, security swarmed him. The parents were extremely shocked. But by then, the baby was not moving. Honestly, when I saw this video for the first time, as soon as he picked up the kid, closed my eyes because I realized that what was about to happen was something really, really horrifying and inhumane. And I wasn't wrong. I wish I was wrong. It was horrifying. Seeing something like that done to a little kid. I was so angry. After that incident, the baby was put in a medically induced coma and things just weren't looking great for the kid. The attacker tested positive for cannabis. They also found pills on him. But let's be honest, this isn't about drugs. If anything, the drug gave him confidence to act out what he was planning to do all along. The drug showed us who he really is. According to reports, he is violent and he has done similar things in the past. I mean, yeah, not surprised after knowing where he's from. Honestly, at this point, I've lost all faith in humanity and I try to be kind as much as possible and I give everybody I don't know at least one chance to, and I just try to ignore the stupidity and blatant racism and hatred in this world. You know, I often ask myself, like, how is it that people can be so twisted and diabolical? But then I revisit the history books and go, oh wait, it was always like that. Humans haven't changed. We're all pathetic. We will never change. Here's the truth though, if the baby had died, the media would have buried the story within 24 hours. And the attacker obviously isn't being called a terrorist, and he's not being dragged through headlines. Almost every media stopped talking about it. Instead, the officials are just tiptoeing around, asking for his motives, like, what were you planning to do, good sir? Was that baby a threat? Was he brown? Was he looking too brown and scary? They're saying they're investigating racial hatred. I mean, come on. As if it isn't obvious already. The man who committed the heinous crime is one of the chosen ones. And the kid is brown, a Muslim, an Iranian. one of the major sins you could ever commit here on Earth. Tell me, would this be handled the same way if the roles were reversed? No. I'm pretty sure everyone around the world would ask for a Muslim side. Not so long ago, a medical student in Germany was stabbed to death in a neighborhood by a German man because she was wearing a headscarf. She is a Muslim, so dangerous, so he had to protect, the dignity of the nation by eliminating a Muslim, unarmed Muslim, with a hijab. There are countless cases like this. I could go on and on. I think it's about time we stop using Islamophobia to justify our filthy desires. It's now like a competition to see who can commit the most heinous crime against people who have done literally nothing but exist in this world, minding their own damn business. Also, there is a pattern. It's always women and children, or the defenseless, who cannot fight back. Since when did this become okay to kill someone because we don't like them? Because they're different? Because they worship other gods? No human being with empathy in their heart would intentionally put an innocent at risk. No kid deserves to be blown up for silly reasons, like they do in Gaza. Killing the innocent is evil. It's pure evil. Oppression is a huge sin. Doesn't matter who the oppressors are. And lately, it is starting to feel like a certain group of people have gotten so used to spilling blood of innocent that it no longer bothers them. And they find it hilarious, comical, and they celebrate like it's some kind of sport. Killing the innocent is being promoted and celebrated. Why? Because there is no damn accountability in this world. There will be judgment. Nobody runs away from it all. Nobody is immortal. We will all die one day. Only God can dish out real punishment for these criminals. The punishment here on Earth isn't severe enough, and I'm glad hell exists. This isn't an isolated incident. Stuff like that is happening every single day in Gaza and all over Palestine. As human beings, it is our responsibility to speak about these things, to document them, so that when they try to rewrite the history, our voices don't let them. We speak, we post, we don't let it disappear. Next time when you see an abuse take place, don't just scream, do something about it. The oppressors, the tyrants, the war criminals need to be put to and those who support them need to be publicly humiliated. But wait, they're shameless. For the love of God, try to save humanity. We're going down a very dark path. Stay safe out there. Let me know what you think. And we have an update on the story. The kid did survive, and he's out of coma. There will be a link down in the description. Try and donate generously. And yeah, try to protect your humanity.